Hi AMFishers, I'm Georgopoulos, the host of the AMFisH fishing vlog series. This vlog pertains to, I'm going to call it maintenance of gear and just observing your gear. I'm going to pan right through here to some of my fishing rods that I have here. Got quite a few in the back, sorry for that sun there, and a few more up here in the front. What the purpose of this specific video is, be mindful, take a look at your gear, take a look at your rod tips. Again, example, your rod tips here. Take a look at various eyes throughout the rod itself, your grips, tightening handles here as well, even your reels. Just take a look, make sure everything, all the components, all the screws and nuts and stuff are nice and tight. What ends up happening is over time we'll end up, you may have banged it coming out of the house, banged it against the roof or in the car as you were putting it into the hatch, and you can put a kink. And some of these eyes, example, this one here, the specific one, I'll see if I can get it from this way, they do have a little insert, and if that insert in there gets a chip in it, that can actually fray your line or just snap your line, cut your line. And it could happen at any given time. There's no specific time. Something like that, it can just happen. And if you've got a really good fish on, all of a sudden, it's a shame to lose that fish because of a kink in the actual eye that cut your line. And these are just little oversights we all do. I mean, we get out there, we're anxious to fish. Weekends are short. We work all week, and we have the stresses of the work week. We want to get out and enjoy ourselves, and all of a sudden we forget to look at our gear regularly. After every outing, I try and take a really thorough look if I can with every rod, reels specific as well, and then the first 8 to 10 feet of line on each rod as well. Sometimes you'll have lots of frays in there, and all of a sudden, again, the line just goes on you. It happened to me a couple of weeks back. I had a fish on and snapped my line. I thought it was the fish actually snapping my line. I think my line just gave because it had, after examining where it had snapped and above it, there were some frays in that braid, and that's my my error there. I should have checked it a little sooner because I was fishing extensively that day, and I had some fish strikes, and I had a lot of stress on that actual rod and line and reel. But I didn't take those 2 seconds. Again, I was anxious to get out here, make some videos for all of you. I love making the videos for everyone out there that's learning. And that was just my oversight. So take a few minutes, whether it's the beginning of your outing, the end of your outing, in the middle of your outing, such as I'm just taking a quick little break here, and examine your rod tips, your rod eyes, your rod handles, all the tightening mechanisms on the rod that hold the reel on there. Make sure those are good. Your reel handles, all the little nuts and bolts that are on those as well. Save yourself a lot of grief. There's nothing worse. I don't think there'd be anything worse than casting a bait out and trying to reel, all of a sudden the reel handle falls off. I've seen that happen, especially on spinning reels, due to the nut on the other side of the handle coming loose, and people don't check that, and if that falls in the water, you're pretty much stuck with that rod there. That won't work because that handle will not be able to turn properly without the nut holding it in place. So again, it doesn't take much. It takes a few minutes to go through this. Be thorough. If you have any breaks in the eyes, you can get little replacement kits. I always have one in the boat with me as well. But it's one of those things, again, just oversights. We tend to make them. It happens. We're human. We're allowed to make some mistakes here and there. This is why I've chosen to do certain topics, certain videos on certain topics. Just more reminders for everybody. Like I said, it's part of my routine. I try and do it at the beginning of every outing and at the end of every outing. After I've stressed all my equipment, I like to do another due diligence check as well. So thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.